Your team from your town plays here. No one does more live local play-by-play than The Score does. And it's time for more right now. Sports Radio WSKW The Score and CentralMainSports.com now presents live coverage of high school sports. High school sports on The Score is presented by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts now. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dog fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner. HammondLumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at MidstateUSA.com. 201 Service Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Flagship cinemas, consistent pricing, and a premium cinema experience. Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas pellet and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire Battery and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Manchester Motors, your Coyote tractor dealer. We dig dirt. Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. Computer Improvements in Skowhegan, from sales of computers and accessories to service. We're your go-to computer store. Heights Chevrolet, our family is here for your family. Connected Credit Union, building lifelong relationships. Get connected, stay connected. KVFCU, invested in you. Skowhegan Savings Bank, making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Tire Center, they beat any price. Route 201 Skowhegan. KMD Driving School in Oakland, teaching your kids to drive for over 25 years. Kennebec Eye Care, 216 Main Street, Waterville, your sight specialist. Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, second-generation family-owned in Herman and Pittsfield, with all your grocery and shopping needs. And by SBS Carbon Copy, Main Street, Waterville, where printing's personal, not puzzling. And now, with live coverage of your team from your town, here's Mike Violet.
My dad's a real hero. Not like a superhero or anything. More like a regular dad kind of hero. 'Cause every weekend, even when the weather's bad and it's super snowy, he always gets us there safe.
They don't know how you do it. All they know is that you care.
See Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201, Skowhegan.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone and Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone and Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone and Stove in Oakland.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com where printing's personal, not puzzling.
From the moment you check in at Kennebec Eye Care, you'll be greeted with a smile. From there, you'll be given a comprehensive and thorough eye exam from Dr. Peter Parody, Dr. Leslie Sobeck, or Dr. Kaylee Brown. Once your examination is completed, they'll go over what steps need to be taken to improve your eyesight needs with glasses or contacts. If you're a current patient or looking to become a new patient, then see the eye specialists at Kennebec Eye Care. Kennebec Eye Care, your sight specialists since 1955.
That's just a little touch.
Score! And Delisle puts Lincoln Academy in front 3-2. That's the first one of the day for Merriam.
And by the way, I did an informal survey last night to see whether girls would want to play. As we see right here, there's the foul that was called that allowed Delisle to take the ball in from the 8.
And here's Merriam setting up.
And you're going to find she's all alone, but she says, I'm going to whip it. Whip it good.
All right, so an independent survey taken of Brunswick Dragons?
Last night in the stands, talking to parents, would their daughters wish to play the boys' rules with boys' equipment? Unanimously, yes.
Nice. Way to go, Brunswick girls lacrosse parents.
Yeah, they've seen the boys' game. It's exciting. The girls have seen it. They want to play.
All right, here's Delisle again in prime shape.
Miriam's taking over.
That one missed. Not really very close to Leah Shepard. So that one whistles wide with 45 seconds left in the first. Lincoln Academy will restart here from the baseline.
And the goalie has frustrated Lincoln Academy. It certainly has. They're going to go pony and play for the last shot.
All right, here's Delisle. Over to Day. 3-2 Lincoln Academy, final 25.
Watch the screen coming for Delisle. They ran this at Lawrence. They'll get the ball to Delisle, and there'll be a screen in the middle of the field once she gets the ball.
Clock at 13. Up top, O'Brien. Delisle, 5 seconds, got to hurry. Delisle looking for space, gets a shot off and just missed on that far post, as you could see from the shot, and that is it. That one whistled wide, and the first quarter has whistled by as well. Score at the end of 1 from Hokefield and Gardiner is the Lincoln Academy Eagles 3, Gardiner Tigers 2. You're watching and listening to live coverage of girls high school lacrosse on The Score.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost. And for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
There's money in your unwanted metal. Clark Scrap Metals pays top dollar for any cars, trucks, or scrap metal that you want to get rid of. Stop over, we'll weigh it and give you a check. Got a big job that needs a major cleanup? We'll drop off and pick up one or more of our roll-off containers for residential or commercial work. And at Clark's, we crush cars. We travel statewide and offer fair prices. Locally owned for 3 generations, no one knows scrap metal like Clark's. In Chelsea, Hollowell, and Jay. Online at ClarkScrapMetals.com.
It's that moment when everything comes to a halt.
Mom, is everything okay?
It's okay. We can call for some help.
And what you need most is someone you can trust.
201 Service, this is Brandon speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, yeah, my car just broke down. I think I need some help.
At 201 Service, we know it's more than just about fixing what's broken. It's about being there when it matters most.
Not to worry, ma'am. We have your location, and help is already on its way.
Don't worry, honey. Help's on the way.
Okay, Mom.
Wherever you are, whatever the time, you can count on us to be there. Because in those uncertain moments, knowing you're not alone makes all the difference. 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing recovery partner since 1984.
Mike Violet, John Coughlin back here live at Hokefield and Gardiner. We apologize for our first quarter audio problems. You missed some incredible soliloquies from John Coughlin.
No.
In that first quarter. So we have our audio back. It is 3-2 Lincoln Academy. At least you saw the real thing, which was the 5 goals that were scored in the first quarter. 3-2 Lincoln Academy as we go to quarter number 2.
Well, Gardiner's defense and great play by the goalie have kept them in this game.
All right, nice play off the faceoff there by Tweedy, who's got a goal in the first. And Gardiner comes out on the attack just like they started the first. They took the draw right down and scored. Here's Manser.
Nice.
Oh, to the cutter in front, and the ball whizzed by Kate DeVersey there.
Got to catch that.
To the top, knocked out of the basket there of McMaster. Loose ball picked up by you-know-who. You-know-who is Miriam Delisle in the middle to Cowan. Cowan reverses. Runs down the left side, shows some speed.
Yeah.
Cowan goes, and it kind of plopped out of her stick. It was hit just as she let it go.
Yeah, she did get hit from behind, and it airballed it. Lacrosse, Lincoln Academy will retain.
All right. It is Bay, B-H-E is, I believe, how you pronounce her last name, Isabel Bay. Out front, Delisle. Merriam looking to weasel her way
Nice.
in. Now she gets in, and she shoots, and it's blocked. Gardiner clogged up the middle.
They did a great job. She's drawn all kinds of attention.
Justifiably so. Here's Giro. Giro runs it up, slows it up. She's going to wait for the posse to join her.
Nice decision by Gardiner.
All right, floating through his blaze. Maggie knocked away. It's a violation on Delisle.
Now, when Kate DeVersey comes into that middle, she likes to take up some space, and people cut off of her. She's very good at playing that middle.
All right, Delisle backed out. She's going to start from the 25. Or check that, it's Blaze backed out. To the cutter, and it pops out of the stick there of Pierce. Carrie Pierce.
Mike Gardiner has prepared for this game.
They have. To the cutter plays, and a save is made there by Sierra Stokes.
They're doing the 2 or 3 things that you can do to unrail Lincoln Academy. Great pass.
Right to the middle. It went off O'Brien's stick. It rolls over now to Coffin. Rowan Coffin. Up the right. Checked on the play there by Katie Berard. Coffin drops it off. Looking for Spates was Bay. Now to O'Brien. It is 3-2 Lincoln Academy. We've got 9:20 remaining in the first. Bay. Or check that O'Brien.
Great help.
O'Brien shoots, scores.
What a great shot. Goodness.
Let's get a look at the Mid-State Machine instant replay.
O'Brien's going to get the ball here. And as she turns, she gets good help side, but she goes around that screen and whips the ball into the net. Nothing but net. Big goal right there.
What do we got here?
We got a little discussion.
Gardiner injury, maybe?
I think with
Maybe a
the
stick to
card
the head?
out, he's doing some preventive officiating right now.
All right.
And telling the girls what they can and can't do. That's usually done in preseason, though, Mr. Official. And there's a lot of writing going on that card. And could it be just a warning?
Looks like that all it is so far. Today's game is brought to you in part by
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with
They didn't count that goal. That goal did not count, and that what the discussion was about.
Okay, so they wiped the goal off. Let's try that again. Today's game is brought to you by Central Maine Community College in Auburn, more than just a community college with over 40 academic degrees and certificates to choose from, and one of the smallest tuition rates in New England. Find out more by going to cmcc.edu. Goal did not count. To the cutter in front, it rolls wide, and it's picked up by Cowan.
I think the
by
reason,
Coffin.
I think it was a crease violation. I think Lincoln Academy had some people in the goalie crease.
All right, 8.5 to go in the first half. 3-2 it remains. The O'Brien goal wiped off.
And you
Up
know,
the right side, Coffin.
We're not calling Delisle's name very much, and that's credit to Gardiner.
Right now, without the ball on the left side, wearing number 1 in the green, but ever dangerous. Out front, it is Day. There is Delisle.
They're widening out, so she's got some space.
Marion breaks free. Flag is out. Shot is a stop there by Shepard.
Play continues.
Scooped up. And on the attack is Tweedy, who's got a goal for Gardiner. Tweedy. They keep on rolling up the left side. Tweedy knocked out.
Wow.
Bay knocked it out of the basket. They're going to give it back to Tweedy.
Every little touch is being called, which is certainly going to favor Gardiner here.
Tweedy ahead. McMaster. Out front with it now for the Tigers
Great
is
cut.
Giro. Giro in, shoots, and it's deflected wide. Good bid there by Gardiner. Tigers will crank it up yet again. Carey Pierce. Pierce knocked away. Loose ball. Kind of squibbed around there. Going inside Blaze. Couldn't use it. Blaze out back to Manser. Manser ducked her head. Could not get in. Tried to duck her head and shoulder and get inside. Now she does get it again. Gets shut off. Catherine Manser. Under 7 to go in the first half. Manser inside. Ducked her head. Could not get by the check there of Brady. Now it rolls back out. Here's Tweedy. Tweedy to Manser.
Gardner showing great patience.
3-2. Tigers down 1 to the cutter. Knocked away. Lincoln Academy comes away with it. Running it up there is Rowan Coffin. Coffin runs away from the pack. Cuts to the middle. Finds open space.
Great defensive transition by Gardner. They got everybody back.
Delisle is a trailer on the left side. Right side now trailer was Day. She's got it. Sophie Day.
Good cut.
Day looking it over. At the top, it is Delisle. Delisle spinning, looking, spinning, going, shooting, and it's a save there by Shepard.
Miriam just does not know how to beat the goalie.
One thing she has not been able to do once she gets inside, John, is switch hands.
Yeah.
She's been trying to, but it's not been there.
Gardner is completely bottling her up physically on both sides.
All right, pass to the middle for Giro. Lydia avoids one to the head. Now to the middle. Avoided another one. Now backs it out.
This would be a big goal for him.
3-2 Lincoln Academy. We're closing in on 5.5 to go in the first half.
Delisle's getting very frustrated, offensive and defense.
All right, Giro shut off. To the cutter. That is a pop right to the beak there of Blaze.
Well, she got that in the Adam's apple, yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's gotta hurt.
Ouch. And going off is Frances McGonigal Dow, and I think she got a penalty.
Watch how quick Delisle's first step is on this 8-meter run. Defensively. She's going to cut off the attack.
All right, here's Blaze.
See if Blaze can get it shot away.
And go. And she did.
She did.
And did that go in?
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
Great shot.
All right, so Maggie Blaze, second goal, ties it up.
And you know, she took a shot right here. As you're going to see Delisle right next to her. She gets a stick on the shot, but Blaze has enough on the ball for it to go into the net. I'm surprised she beat Delisle to the spot. She gets hit, but just enough on the ball.
Mid-State Machine replay showing you the tying goal. We are tied at 3, 5:22 to go in the first half. It's been a tight one. Low scoring, very even.
This has got...
Nobody has dominated this game.
The makings of a great one.
And I've seen Delisle. This is the third game for me now.
Yeah.
And this is the first time I've seen her contained at all.
Exactly, Mike. I mean, she's missing the net wide. She's getting some calls against her on defense, which never happens.
All right, here's Gardner with a chance to take the lead again. They led
great play
1-0 and 2-0.
Just as we say Miriam Delisle's having a bad game, she steals the ball. She's up the field one-on-one.
Delisle, the stride.
Nice pass.
Oh, dropped it off. Shooting and scoring is Bay. Isabel Bay, the assist to Miriam Delisle, and lickety split Lincoln Academy back in front 4-3.
Well, if there was ever a time that they needed thing, and she tried to get the shot away, but found the open cutter. What a goal.
Oh, that was great. Delisle with her great ability to get the ball up the field and then find the cutter there in Bay. And Isabel Bay, a freshman, buried that one. And it is 4-3 Lincoln Academy, 4:45 to go in the first half. Draw up high, and once again, Lincoln Academy, Scarlett O'Brien with it.
Delisle took one on the nose on that.
Pass above Bay. She runs it down. Immediately checked over there by Anna Tweedy. Bay out back, and it goes by, and this should be Gardiner's ball. It is. Missing that pass there was Samantha Kopp.
Yeah, that's not characteristic of this Lincoln Academy team.
Check that. It was 8 Hannah Purse who missed that one. You hear the wind. It's present. It is 54 degrees on the afternoon of May 22nd.
Do you have your snowblower out, Mike?
I do not have a snowblower anymore. I do have one of those electric snow shovels.
Oh, those are worthless.
But no, when you live where I live, they're not worthless. Ooh, here's a loose ball right inside the arc. It is picked up there going to the net is Giro. Can't use it, though. Tried to dump it off, and getting out of there is Manser. Gardiner had a great opportunity, not able to do anything with it.
But they chose to take the ball back out and live another day. Good job. There it is.
Oh, it's tied up. 4-4.
Katie DeVersey, number 21, again, hiding in that middle as she does and does very well. We'll see it on the replay. Katie DeVersey is coming right to the ball. There she is hiding. And now the ball is swung. It'll come back into the middle. Here comes DeVersey in the second cut. Here she is right there in the middle, finds the seam and scores. Nice job by Katie DeVersey.
Beautifully done, and we're tied up at 4 at Lincoln Academy. They're not going to be able to shake Gardiner, at least in the first half, John.
No. The Gardiner girls have come to play.
Another one in the head for Maggie Blaze.
Boy.
Who feels like she's got a target on her head.
Yeah, we'll see how Miriam responds to this less than stellar game.
Giro, 3:15 to go. Inside, wide open. DeVersey, it rolls in.
Yep. Katie DeVersey got a kind bounce off a shoulder, but again, it's DeVersey in the middle, Mike, and Lincoln Academy's going to have to do something about her because she's very solid. She goes to the middle, stops, controls the spot, and scores.
So Katie DeVersey on a run. She scored 2 in a row, and it is 5-4 Gardiner. Tigers with the lead again.
A Gardiner win would put them into 4th.
Be a good amount of points. 3:09 to go in the half, and we're still all tied up. We've been tied up at 2-2, 3-3, now 4-4, and now it is 5-4 Gardiner.
Miriam Delisle, let's see how she plays in this type of situation.
Here's Day. Got it ahead. The turn, the shot, the score by Rowan Coffin.
Exciting play by Lincoln Academy, quickly down the field.
Well, that lead didn't last long,
No. And Rowan Coffin, as we've seen before, she picks up a big goal. And again, it was all started by Miriam Delisle as she advances the ball down the sideline and picks up Rowan in the middle.
All right, let's pick up this mid-state. Got it.
It's Delisle all the way down the corner, finds a side pass down to Rowan in the middle, and she shoots and scores.
So there we go, 5-all. 2:51 to go in the first half. Don't take your eyes off your computer, your mobile device, your TV for a second. You're going to miss something.
This is a great game.
5-all. Blaze to Manser. Catherine runs it up the right.
Gardiner's peaking at the right time of the season. Had a cutter.
They cut. Didn't get there. Now cutting through, it is McMahon. Manser tries the other side. Manser lobs it off. Over there for the Tigers, Giro. Lydia Giro.
A lot of contact in that middle.
Inside, Manser scores. Did it count?
There was a foul called early on. See, the foul was on Lincoln Academy as the shot was taken, and they waved the goal off.
Okay, so the goal did not count. Here goes Manser right to the net, and that one counts. That was an ice cream cone there for Catherine Manser.
Her first goal, and Gardiner retakes the lead. Yeah, no one steps up on Catherine Manser as she comes from the top of the 8. And that's a penalty shot. There could be no defense.
So Manser breaks the tie. Gardiner back in front. Back and forth we seesaw with 1:58 to go in the first half.
This could be last shot wins.
Up in the air it goes. Comes down to Sophie Day. Day scoops. Nope. Blaze tries to scoop. Nope. It's going to go to Lincoln Academy. They're going to play it back. And it's Day.
Delisle wants the ball.
Day. Right to the edge of the circle. There's Delisle with the ball. Missed. Behind the net, Kopp. Back to Delisle. Delisle spins in. Turns.
Wow.
Left-handed scores.
That's 1-on-4. Delisle that time took hits by everybody, found the crease, but you're going to watch the hits on this replay. As she comes across the middle, look at the attention she draws. There's 4, 5, 6 whites there, and she still has the ability to score.
Miss popularity, that's for sure.
Wow.
And we are at 6-6 with 1:27 to go.
Wow.
How many goals will be scored in the final minute 27? All right, here's the draw. One bounce, and coming away with it, Day. Lincoln Academy back on the attack after tying it at 6.
Now at halftime, I'm going to tell you my biggest accomplishment.
Oh, it's 7-6. There is Delisle right there. And that may be her 200th career goal.
Well, there's something special that happened on that, and here it is.
So let's get a look at the crowd coming in. It is 200.
200 goals by Miriam Delisle. Wow. And there's a ceremony, as you can see. Boy, they love her, don't they, Mike? And rightfully so. She's a player.
All right, let's see here on the Mid-State Machine replay.
You see her trailing. She comes down the middle into an empty seam and just flings it. Textbook. I mean, we've even got 200 in the grandstand.
We do. Over on the far side in the grandstand, there is a 200 in gold over there. As Miriam Delisle has scored her 200th career goal.
And that,
what an accomplishment.
Yeah, and that gives them the lead. Let's see if that hangs on. Good athletic school.
All right, 1:08 to go.
Oh, boy.
Blaze, stoppage. They'll start it up again.
Yeah, Sophie Day got hit in the mouth.
Catherine Manser.
Nice cut.
There's the cut. The ball comes out, though, just as the floater McMaster was coming through. They do it again. Ball is loose right there on the edge of the crease. Coming out of the net is Stokes. She can't get it. Coming away with it here for Gardiner is Tweedy. Tweedy got rid of it. Behind the net to Manser. We're down to 30. Manser on the side to Diversey. Diversey backs it out.
Good skills. Hanging on to the ball as she should.
All right, got it away. Trying to get in front Manser.
Oh,
Manser
boy.
goes to the deck.
Oh, boy.
And that stops the clock with 17.9.
And this is going to be an 8-run, or it could be a penalty shot, Mike. I'm not sure. I think this is a penalty shot.
Let's unpack it and see.
Let's see. No, it's going to be an 8-meter run.
Okay.
And we'll watch Delisle to the right of the shooter.
Catherine Manser, the shooter, number 7. 17.9 seconds left, 7-6. Lincoln Academy, Gardner trying to tie it. To
Nice
the net,
job.
and they do. Manser takes it in and drops it in to make it 7-7.
Manser's second goal of this period, and she does it with style here. As you're going to see, she gets her stick up higher than Miriam Delisle and shoots over her stick, which is not easy. But you see the height of the stick and how easily she was able to drop it in.
7-7.
What I was going to tell you, at halftime, I'm going to tell you one of the biggest accomplishments I had here as the AD at Gardiner High School.
I can't wait to hear about it.
Oh, it's a big one. Multi-generation.
Multi-generation.
Yes,
Okay.
effect.
Stay tuned at halftime when John Coughlin tells a story that affected multiple generations here at Gardiner. Delisle, trying to thread the needle on the pass play to Kopp, and it didn't connect, and that ends this first half, and I think it's fitting that these two teams end up tied at halftime. Our score here at the half at Hoke Field and Gardiner. Gardiner Tigers 7, Lincoln Academy Eagles 7. You're watching and listening to Girls High School Lacrosse on the place for local sports. Sports Radio 1160, WSKW, The Score.
It's that moment when everything comes to a halt.
Mom, is everything okay?
It's okay. We can call for some help.
And what you need most is someone you can trust.
201 Service, this is Brandon speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, yeah, my car just broke down. I think I need some help.
At 201 Service, we know it's more than just about fixing what's broken. It's about being there when it matters most.
Not to worry, ma'am. We have your location, and help is already on its way.
Don't worry, honey. Help's on the way.
Okay, Mom.
Wherever you are, whatever the time, you can count on us to be there. Because in those uncertain moments, knowing you're not alone makes all the difference. 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
At Midstate Machine in Winslow, Maine, we manufacture complex components and large-scale turbines that power industries across aerospace, defense, and energy. We're hiring CNC machinists. And whether you're experienced or just starting out, we offer on-the-job training to help you build a rewarding career. Join our Safety First team, where your ideas are valued, and enjoy competitive pay with 2 weeks of paid time off starting on day one. Apply today at midstateusa.com, where your career powers the future.
Whether you're looking to buy, build, or refinance your home, at Skowhegan Savings, we make buying your home a personalized experience. Our team of local community bankers are available on your time to help you every step of the way, from pre-qualification to closing your loan. We have a variety of mortgage terms to fit your needs and a bi-weekly payment option that can save you time and money off your loan. We also won't sell your loan, so your loan stays local with us. Contact one of our community bankers or apply online at skowhegan.com to start your home buying journey today.
It's like this every winter. When the temperature drops below 45, my palms sweat and I get really anxious.
It's not your fault. You're suffering from seasonal winter driving disorder. 3 and 4 drivers suffer from SWUDs because they have all-season tires. They aren't designed for wintry weather. Luckily, there's a remedy. Take 4, call me in the morning.
Visit NokianTires.com/remedy for the cure.
Is this a prescription for tires?
201 Tire Battery and Service, Riverside Drive, Vassalboro.
Hi, this is Mike Perkins from KMD Driving School. I've been instructing your children in driver's ed for years. We're accepting new students for the fall and winter classes. Let the professionals teach your children. Call 465-4835. Sign them up for KMD Driving School. New classes begin every 3 weeks. Call 465-4835, 465-4835, or visit us online at kmddrivingschool.com. The journey begins with us. KMD Driving School.
At Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, they're proud to be a second-generation family-owned grocery store with locations in Hermon and Pittsfield. They focus on providing fresh produce, high-quality meats, delicious bakery items, and a well-stocked deli. Danforth's Down Home Supermarket cuts and grinds fresh meat daily, and they offer Maine lobsters year-round. They also bake fresh bread, pastries, and other sweet treats every single morning. For added convenience, online shopping is available at their Hermon location with contactless curbside pickup ready in as little as 2 hours. Come discover Danforth's Down Home Supermarket.
Mike Violet, John Coughlin, our score crew, Alan Brickett, Sean Packard back here live at Hokefield and Gardiner. 7-7, Lincoln Academy and Gardiner here at the break. But before we get to the scoring and first half highlights, John Coughlin is here now to share with you his greatest accomplishment during his time as the athletic director here at Gardiner High School.
Well, as you know, Mike, I became the athletic director probably in the early 1980s here at Gardiner High School. We had a pretty good football team, coached by John Wolfgram.
Pretty good football coach.
And we had big crowds here. If you look across the field and you see the forest line on the other side of the field, behind the visitors' side, you're going to see a row of arborvitaes. Merle Peacock, then superintendent, was upset that so many Gardiner people did not pay to come to the game, but rather sat on that hill behind the fence. And we'd have hundreds of people over there watching the game. So
That's a lot of lost revenue.
I was told to get the money in the coffers. So I planted a row of arborvitaes, and you can see how they look right now.
Wow.
You can't watch the game from the other. I did a good thing here at Gardiner.
40 years later, you cannot watch this game for free.
So I accomplished that. Thank you very much.
Wow. What a story.
What a great thing.
Unbelievable. All right. So there's that. And now let's take a look at first half highlights in this one. A 7-7 game that neither team has been able to take control of. Just when a little run happens by one team, a little run happens by the other team.
Mike, I think momentum is sitting on the Gardiner bench. They outscored Lincoln Academy 5-4 in that second period, and I think they're outplaying Lincoln Academy right now. We've seen some spurts from Miriam Delisle.
She's got 3.
Can she bring them back and beat this Gardiner team? That remains to be seen. But this has been a well-played lacrosse game.
A goal in the first quarter for Miriam Delisle, but actually it didn't come until late as she was bottled up. Blaze and Tweedy scored for Gardiner to make it 2-0. Then Day and Coffin made it 2-2. Delisle broke the tie, made it 3-2 when we were 3-2 at the end of one. In the second, Blaze tied it up at 3, and then it was Bay giving Lincoln Academy a 4-3 lead. Diversey scored twice, tied it at 4, gave Gardiner the lead 5-4. Then Coffin tied it at 5. Gardiner went back in front. Catherine Manser made it 6-5. Then Delisle scored 2 in a row, tied it at 6, gave the Tigers a 7-6 lead before Manser tied it back up again at 7-7, and that's where we stand right now.
Looking at this strategically wise, there's 2 things that Lincoln Academy has got to do, or Gardiner will win this game. One, Katie Diversey for Gardiner hides in the middle of the Lincoln Academy defense, finds an opening, and she's been able to get the ball and score. The other thing is Catherine Manser. Her weak side cuts on offense. Her stick is high, higher than the rest of the defense, and they've been able to get Catherine the ball very easily.
All right, both teams ready to roll here in the second half and try to establish themselves. Neither team has been able to run away from the other, so...
You think that Lincoln Academy bus still has chains on their tires trying to go back home?
The snow that is forecast in this incredible nor'easter,
not inches, feet,
is going to come down on the high peaks of Maine and New Hampshire, specifically
not Newcastle,
Mount Washington, not in Newcastle. I think they're safe there. I think the salt air will keep the snow away from the coast of Maine, the mid-coast of Newcastle. So
I think they've already canceled school tomorrow.
I think they're okay. So I don't think they've canceled school tomorrow at all. Today's game is brought to you in part by the Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks always cost you less. Find out more online, cmautogroup.com.
Third period's going to be a big one.
All right, here's Coffin with it. Bobs it ahead. It's picked up by Gardiner. Tigers rolling out of there for Gardiner is Anna Tweedy.
See if any adjustments have been made on offense or defense.
Tweedy rolls up. Far side now to McMaster. Back to Tweedy. Now to Blaze. Blaze ran into a trio of green.
Hey, the 200th goal ceremony was impressive.
It was nice. They were ready for it. Carrie Pierce. 200 goals in her career for Miriam Delisle. Now on the cut inside, Diversey's got two that way in the first half, but not there. And stealing it is Houghton. Lexi lobs it ahead for Sophie Day.
The one thing that Gardiner has the advantage on is they do substitute. Lincoln Academy goes with the regulars.
Delisle lobs it up nicely. Handled up there by Coffin. Coffin waits for everybody to get up. Now here's Delisle.
No panic, no pressure. Play your game.
Delisle making her magic.
Trying to get around the outside shoulder of the defender.
Yep, that's Anna Tweedy.
And she's doing a great job. Nice fake.
Delisle lost it. Tweedy ate her up there. And ahead it goes to Manser. Give that one to Anna Tweedy.
Great defense.
She frustrated Delisle big time. Breaking open is Giro. Giro had it knocked out.
Impressive.
Loose ball, rolls back. Here's Carrie Pierce. Pierce. Now up it's Manser. Manser with an open lane. Manser right to the net. Shoots and scores.
Catherine Manser, that's her third goal of the game.
So she's got a Hattie to go along with Delisle's Hattie.
And Mike, you called it just right. She got the ball and found a seam and then attacked it. Watch this. She gets the ball on the wing.
This is a long replay.
Yeah. Yeah, you pushed me on this one.
I got the 25-second replay for you. You're going to have to work for your money here.
There's the seam, and boy, she splits it quickly. Good speed by Catherine Manser.
8-7. Gardiner and Lincoln Academy, a muscle tussle. All right, off the draw. Here's Blaze. Maggie.
Boy, another goal here would be huge.
Manser. Catherine. Inside, ball went by. Intended receiver Lydia Giro. Back there is Lexi Houghton. Gardiner, though, into Diversey as the Tigers got it back. Now rolling out of the pack there, Pierce. Top to McMaster. McMaster to the side, turning, shooting, and missing for the Gardiner Tigers there, Lydia Giro.
Well, she had a good look.
She sure did. Couldn't get her hands switched, though, to go lefty.
Yeah.
Not everybody does it easily. Diversey.
Nice pass.
Bob, there's Manser, knocked out. Manser with it again, trying to go high with it. And coming away with it here is Lincoln Academy.
Coffin ran out through pressure. Nice job.
There is Delisle.
Uh-oh.
Delisle head of steam. Delisle fires and scores. Miriam Delisle shot out of a rocket there and came up and scored.
Watch Miriam Delisle. Just before she shoots, she gives a little nod to the left with the stick. There, and shoots.
Boom. 8-8.
Upper left. She'd been trying to go there all day, but was missing wide. And just as you think Lincoln Academy could go down, they come back. Sign of a great team.
There has been 1 2-goal lead in this game. It belongs to Gardiner. 2-0. That was it.
I think the advantage is to Gardiner, again, Mike, because they play multiple people.
Delisle. Down the left side for Coffin. 8:05 to go in the third. 8-all.
And not a bad move by Lincoln Academy to slow things down.
Coffin to Delisle.
Make the Tigers play a little bit more defense.
All spread out here. Sophie Day to Coffin.
Now, what Gardiner can't do is that they can't extend to the perimeter on this because it's very wide now. That will open up the cutters.
Delisle's going to cruise over to the right. She and Coffin over there.
Comes the screen.
This is Houghton. Delisle. Delisle spins, got hit.
Touched.
And that is going to stop that and give her a free look from way out at the top.
Yeah, she'll be closed off, so watch for the quick pass.
How about the quick shot? And how about the quick save there by goalkeeper Leah Shepard?
And another nice save, yep.
That one thrown up a mile high, and it ends up in the basket of you-know-who, Miriam Delisle.
Not a good thought by the goalie.
Delisle trying to break the deadlock, and a save.
Shepard with... She's a magnet.
She is. Coffin steals. Stokes has got to do a better job. Shepard's got to do a better job of getting the ball out of there.
Yeah.
There was 2 giveaways.
She took a shot, threw her back, threw the shot off.
6:15 to go in the third. 8-8.
Maybe the best lacrosse game we've seen all year, Mike.
Unquestionably. On the left sideline, O'Brien. Hands it off there to Day. Day, little skip step, brings it back out.
In the third period, Lincoln has not been tested.
Is Houghton trying to get inside. Does. Knocked out of there on a whistle.
That's a good call.
She ran into Katie Berard.
That's a good call. That caused the loose ball. This is a tough angle right here for that goalie.
Scarlett O'Brien missed. Scooped right up and then hit as she was breaking out of there for the Gardiner Tigers. I don't have a 5 on my roster.
I don't either.
I don't know who that is. But she got hit. And ball ended up being thrown out of bounds far sideline by Gardiner. So it is inbounds now to Lincoln Academy. Here's Rowan Coffin.
Midfield for Gardiner is very effective. Lincoln can't run the ball up, Mike.
Something that they usually do very easily.
Yes, they do.
4:40 left in the third. Here come the Tigers. It's been a while since they've been on the offensive attack, and it may be more of a while because the ball lost and picked up by Sophie Day. Day to the right.
Again, credit this Gardiner defense. It's almost like they've got 2 extra players on the field.
The lob up to Bay, out of her stick to Diversey. Bad pass over on the right side there from McMaster, and that's going to roll out. It'll be a green ball.
Gardiner has not made a lot of mistakes in this game.
All right, Bay down the left. She's got a goal.
Got to stop the ball.
Bay dribbles it down, loses it on the stick handle. Now scooping it up there and hit Grace Estes. She'll pick it right back up.
Look at this steal.
Quick start, and Delisle stole it. Delisle sticks with it. Delisle, though, can't get it. As sticking with it as well was Estes and White. Now it's going to go back to green.
They're playing hard, Mike. Both these teams are playing awfully hard.
This game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big game for Gardiner. Some nice points on the table if they can win it. And for Lincoln Academy, they want to keep piling up the wins and finish 1.
Yeah, they would lose first place.
Delisle floats to the right. Miriam Delisle with her 200th goal earlier in the game. Looking for 2:01, and as she curled in front, whistle called. You got a timeout?
Timeout, Lincoln Academy.
All right, we have a timeout on the field. We'll take it too. 3:06 to go in the third quarter. Nothing to choose between these two teams. It's Lincoln Academy 8, Girls Lacrosse on the score.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located in Hegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
At High Chevrolet in Skowhegan, our family is here for your family. And our family has been providing affordable, reliable transportation to families in central and western Maine for 113 years. You don't have that kind of longevity in the car business without building strong, trusting relationships with customers from one generation to the next. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned, financing, or special incentives, your shopping experience is always stress-free at Height Chevy. Height Chevrolet on Madison Avenue as you turn into Skowhegan. You'll also find the Height family of dealerships in Madison and Farmington.
Mike Violet, John Coughlin, our score crew back here during a timeout called by the Gardiner Tigers, 3:06 to go, 8-8. And the schedule tomorrow is interesting, huh, John?
Yeah, we've got Lincoln Academy currently in first place in Class C, but Maranacook is in second place, only a couple of points behind, and they play each other tomorrow.
Where's that?
That is at Lincoln Academy.
Wow. So they've got that on the schedule tomorrow. They've got literally a tiger by the tail here, and they've got that game tomorrow.
Yeah, you wonder because these are young kids and they're looking at the schedule and they want to be one and they know they're playing the number 2 team tomorrow.
Human nature.
So, but they got to get by this one to have that mean.
Right. Got to win today. 3:06 to go here in the third. It is 8-all. The Gardiner Tigers and the Lincoln Academy Eagles putting on a show.
Let's see if Miriam Delisle can make a play from the baseline.
Well, a lob out to O'Brien.
You know they had a set play to you on this timeout. They need this goal, so Coach drew up something that they can score with.
Delisle has curled around, and she's in a stack over on the right as we look at things. Now she drifts through the crease. Now flashes open. Pass not there by Day.
And Katie Berard is wearing her. Now Maddie McMahon.
All right, backing it out. Day to Delisle. 2.5 to go in the third, 8-all. Delisle opening, shooting, scoring, but a whistle just as she let it go. Does it count or not? I don't think it does.
It doesn't, but they're going to give her a run from the 8, and I don't know why that isn't allowed.
That should be a goal.
I mean, she's hit while she's throwing.
All right. Miriam Delisle with a free look. Goes in, shoots, and a save down low there by Shepard on the ground ball. Ball loose in the crease, picked up, knocked out of there, rolls right out into O'Brien's basket. And so what looked like a sure goal for Delisle ends up not being a goal.
Big break for Gardiner.
Sure is. Now Delisle with 1:45. Quick word there.
Yeah.
It's like they were standing in the hallway at school.
Yeah. What's for lunch? They may go last shot here.
All right, here's Delisle.
Or good shot.
200th goal of her career already in her back pocket. Just drifting around. Waiting for something. To the cutter, it doesn't get through. Knocked away by Gardiner. Still loose. In there is Fauna Apple. Kept it alive for the moment, but rolling out of there with it for Gardiner is Anna Tweedy, and we have a stoppage.
Yeah, that's going to be a penalty, and Gardiner will play with an advantage as number 12, Rowan Coffin, good player, is going to have to go to the dunce cap.
All right, so John advocating for an actual dunce cap to be put on the heads of the penalized player.
See, in girls, they have to go sit in a chair.
Right.
And it would look good if they had a dunce cap on.
You can't see her, but she is in a chair right near the scores table. Rowan Coffin is sitting there now. There she is. Move over a little bit to the left.
Yeah.
There you go, right there.
Put a dunce cap on her. Just let her go back to the bench.
There would be a lawsuit filed. You know there would be.
That's discrimination, too.
We could really get deep into the weeds of
the
lawsuits.
Poor girl is sitting there by herself because they blew the whistle on her.
Poor thing. Here's Delisle. And you'd think it was Lincoln Academy with the man advantage or the player advantage here. That one loose inside and run out of there by Maddie McMahon.
Gardiner is playing impressive.
Oh, they really are. McMahon up the right to McMaster. Mac to Mac. In the middle now, Giro. 27 seconds left. This is Manser.
Know the score and time now.
Manser at the top. Manser lays it over to Giro, down to 15.
Manser's in the middle, wanting the ball.
Giro looked to go in, couldn't get it there. Now it goes into McMaster. Loose. It is picked up. McMahon, 5 seconds. It rolls outside. Not going to have time to get a shot off. and Manser just hangs on to it, and it goes, and unable to get a shot off before the buzzer, Lydia Giro. We will go to the fourth, all tied up. Score at the end of 3. Gardiner Tigers 8, Lincoln Academy Eagles 8. Strap on your safety belts. Fourth quarter is going to be fun. We'll have it for you right after this on The Score.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm going to be a lawyer.
or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Looking for a way to heat your home while staying within your budget? A home heating loan from Connected Credit Union is the perfect solution. We've got you covered with an affordable way to keep warm this winter. Maybe you're thinking of purchasing a heating and cooling system or replacing your windows. Making your home more energy efficient isn't just an investment in your home, it's an investment in your lifestyle. Contact our loan team for more details or apply online at connectedcreditunion.org. Get connected, stay connected. Betterly insured.
Mike Violet, John Coughlin, and our Score crew back live, Hoke Field in Gardiner, John's old stomping grounds. And boy, what a wing dinger this afternoon. 8-8 Lincoln Academy in Gardiner.
Lincoln Academy, one of the better teams, as we said, Mike. The great teams find a way to win. But Gardiner today has come to play, and this fourth quarter promises good excitement.
Gardiner in the home whites, Lincoln Academy in the green. Miriam Delisle has scored career goal number 200 here today. Diversey's got 2 goals here for the Gardiner Tigers. And does she have a hattie? No, she's got 2.
Catherine Manser has a hat.
Catherine Manser's got the hat trick.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. So Catherine Manser a hat trick and Miriam Delisle with a hat trick. Who is going to pull this out? She's got 4.
Yep, Miriam Delisle.
All right, here we go. In the green. Running up his day.
Wow.
Sophie slowed up.
Good defense. Could have been called a charge.
Boy, Gardiner has been right there all game long.
Unbelievable.
Delisle knocked out. Whistle.
Touch foul.
Maddie McMahon, the guilty party.
And they're going to place the defense behind. She's going to have a run from the 12.
Maddie, just a freshman. Going to be a good player for them. All right, Delisle from the 12. She'll be converged upon.
Nice.
The pass, and Day, just as she caught the pass, whistle. Coach, what's that?
That is a defensive, I'm not sure what it's called, but it's a defensive foul when they cross in front.
All right, Day shoots wide. So it stays 8-8. Samantha Kopp with it behind the net. Check that, Samantha Kopp. No, it's 8 Hannah Purse. Kopp is directly behind the net on the baseline. Now Delisle trying to break the 8-8 tie.
Was she drawing attention on the screens?
Like bees to honey.
Oh, no.
One hopper is scooped up easily there by Leah Shepard. Leah, flip pass. Over on the right, here's Estes.
Got to run it up.
Gave it away, yep.
Got to run it up against this team.
Gave it away. Here's Delisle inside. Delisle missed. On the forehand, right hand, she missed.
Again, she's being contested on every shot. Normally, we see her free and the ability to get her stick back. We've got a player hurt on defense.
Yeah, Gardiner player right in the blue circle there.
And more than likely, that's a bloody nose. Or cut.
They don't wear masks, but today they probably wish they had, because we've had somebody hit in the Adam's apple, although the mask might not have helped there.
Yeah.
But here,
Yeah.
looks like she might have popped right in the beak.
You know, Mike, we've talked about girls playing under the boys' rules, but as this girls' sport evolves.
And girls are so much more athletic now. They're as athletic as boys now. And the rules, when they were put together, for my money, when were back in the day, when girls were thought of and perceived as different, I think, softer.
Don't sweat.
Don't sweat. All that's gone now.
Yeah.
Girls are, they're athletic. They're tough. They like to hit. They like to compete. That's what we're seeing more and more of. So that's why I think they ought to go.
The only difference.
Put the pads on them, put the helmets on them, and turn them loose.
In any of this, like girls play with a smaller ball because physically they are a little bit smaller and their hands are smaller usually.
Yeah.
But this sport is meant to be played on the go.
Yes.
Fast, hard hit.
Cut the stoppages and plays down.
Yeah. Yeah. And they want to. These girls want to. So in a day and age that they want equality, they should allow this.
All right, 10 minutes to go in the fourth, 8-all.
And that's my piece on that.
There you go. There's Cop. Send your emails to John
Yeah.
at mixmaine.com.
Yeah.
Here's Delisle. Or check that. That's not Delisle. That's Scarlett O'Brien. Scarlett, flag.
Contact.
Gets run out of there, and contact is called inside.
Again, when you ask yourself, what just happened? Why did the whistle blow? And everybody's asking the same thing. You don't want that whistle. Play.
All right. And play they will. O'Brien with a great look.
It's a great look, is right.
Shoots and missed. She missed to Shepard's right.
Mike, how many open looks have they missed?
Great opportunity for Lincoln Academy to get back in front. Did not happen. 9:05 to go.
That's a foul.
Get in front there was Kopp, and she was blocked immediately by the mysterious number 5.
Now, this is a tough angle to defend because you don't see the ball on defense unless you turn your head. Watch for the cutter.
Kopp beats the defender.
There's the
Lobs it. There's Delisle, and just as she went in, she was stopped with contact.
Her defensive player did not see the ball, lost Delisle, and she got the ball and was fouled.
And Delisle's going to shoot. Score!
She powered that one in.
Delisle with number 5. And Lincoln Academy back in front, 9-8.
And she powers that in. She goes at the goalie and throws it so hard it hits the goalie, which we will see.
We will see.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see it eventually after we
it's
rewind
worth
the
seeing.
tape.
Definitely. Watch her from the 8 as she takes the ball in, and she coils and throws it so hard it hits the goalie, but with the work, the goalie deflects, goes in.
Replays, as always, brought to you by Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com.
Leah Shepard in goal for Gardiner has had a great day.
She's been fantastic. Made great stops all game long. 9-8. That one was almost impossible, though. 9-8 the score.
Delisle's only scored 5 here today.
Only 5, including goal number 200. 5 of the 9.
But if you're going to beat Lincoln, you got to hold her to 5. You can beat them with that.
Catherine Manser. Outside now to Giro. 4 minutes into the fourth quarter. Loose ball scooped up by McMaster off the ground.
Dangerous territory for Gardiner. Don't force.
Giro.
There's
lob inside. Goalkeeper jumps up, and Sierra Stokes able to take that one away.
Again, they're trying for Katie DeVersey, number 21 for Gardiner. And there was a foul called, and that will be on Lincoln Academy. Katie DeVersey will center it.
All right, DeVersey. Drifts back outside, looking the whole thing over.
Not her strength. She needs to get inside.
Yeah, that's her job. Got through the maze there. Blaze with a stoppage and a flag out just as she was ready to go in. And they'll bring her back out.
And that's an illegal defense.
All right, Maggie Blaze. Lays it over on the baseline. Get it in front to the cutter, going to the net and scoring is Lydia Giro. We're tied again at 9.
Great cut by Lydia. See her from the top of the key, top of the circle. And again, Katie DeVersey draws a lot of attention, and it opens up. Look how wide open this middle is for that shot. Here comes the pass. Look how wide open.
You're never going to see it more wide open than that. 9-9.
Not the best defensive game we've seen by Lincoln Academy.
No. Real breakdown there.
Yeah.
9-all.
Are they thinking about Miranda Cook tomorrow?
It can't be discounted, like you said. I mean, even professional athletes look ahead to a game like that.
Of course.
But literally a tiger by the tail today, and Gardiner has given Lincoln Academy all they've wanted and more. Tigers have been great. Inside Manser, and that's in! Wow. Score! Catherine Manser makes it 10-9 Gardiner.
And a muscle shot by Catherine. She gets hit as she's coming into the middle, but squares her shoulders up as watches the ball is taken down. Catherine Manser now will come across the middle, and she'll square her shoulders up. Here's the pass. She squares up, facing the goal, and is able to get the ball into the net. Great goal.
6.5 to go.
That's her fourth goal.
We said the fourth quarter was going to be a wing dinger. I wasn't lying. All right, off the draw. Here's Sophie Day.
And we said early on, last shot wins.
Yep, might come down to that. Day over on the right. Sophie drifts out back on the baseline. Now around to the other side.
They need one quick.
Where's Delisle? There she is right there. They're going to crisscross, kind of a weave. Here's Miriam Delisle, 5 today, including goal number 200. Delisle stops.
Look at the attention.
Oh, great defense on the other side. Got some backside help there. And Delisle nowhere to go.
4 defenders on her.
Delisle got inside, got loose, scores! Look at that! Look at Miriam Delisle just keep on working it. Keep on working it.
And here it is. She does it all right here. She's going to go revolution around the circle. Takes 4 or 5 hits. Look at this inside. Draws all kind of Tiger defenders. Keeps her patience. Keeps her poise. Circles the net. And just powers herself in. Watch this. And gets the shot above the goalie.
10-10. The Mid-State machine machine replay getting a workout today.
And that is a highlight film one right there.
It is.
That's the one you send to USM right there.
Right. And, of course, every game that we do always stored in the vault, centralmainsports.com, or on our YouTube channel. Please go subscribe at Central Maine Sports. You've subscribed, right, John?
Absolutely.
All righty. At Central Maine Sports on YouTube.
You know, your Legends interviews, Mike, those are all guys that I know. And those are great interviews.
We had fun doing that, and there'll be more of those. Here's Delisle breaking away, looking to break the tie. She's barreling. 10-all.
Yeah, they got momentum.
Checks the rearview mirror.
Look out.
Lobs it up now to O'Brien. O'Brien, and out back. Saving it there is Kopp. With 5 minutes to go, John. 10-10.
Do you go pony?
You could.
Play last shot? Not yet.
They're not ready to do that yet. Kopp.
Yeah, they can score 4 more goals.
Kopp, trying to cut in front. There was Bay. She was wide open. And they blew it dead first contact.
That's a tough call right here because she's got to run from the 8.
Samantha Kopp with a straight-on look here on Leah Shepard. Shoots and a save by Shepard.
Great save.
Shepard almost, yes, she did throw it away. Bad outlet pass. Coffin stole it, but it's saved there by Gardiner. And again, I wish I had number 5 on my roster, but I don't. Here's Delisle.
And Delisle got hit. She's rubbing that right hand, but
Delisle broke free, and she did get hit again.
Yeah, that right hand.
Yep.
And in this cold, that's going to feel numb for a while.
It is going to feel awful for a while. They're going to stick her way back out front.
Yeah, at the 12, watch for a pass.
Pass over to Coffin. Coffin. Working on a double team, flag out.
It's going to be a defensive.
All right, somebody's getting a card. Clock stops with 3:46 remaining in regulation.
And I think this is like any sport. You certainly don't want a big call at the end of the game to affect. And looking at the Lincoln Academy's coach's body language, that's just what they got.
Sophie Day is running off the field, and she may be going to the sin chair.
Oh, yeah, he's pointing to her.
Yep.
Yeah, she wanted to go to the bench, Mike, but he told her, you've got to go sit in the dunce chair.
With an imaginary dunce cap.
Yep.
So Sophie Day is there.
No talking. Breathe slowly.
3:46 to go. It is a Lincoln Academy ball in the offensive zone after Day got rung up for something. Nope, it's Gardiner's ball.
Yeah, that's
so
a
Gardiner
big.
down a player and possession. All right, here they go, and they throw it away. Bay stole it. It's loose on the ground, stolen back by Gardiner. Rolling it ahead. And finally picking it up there for the Tigers, McMaster.
Got a call.
Now we got a call as Delisle scooped it up. It's going to stay with Gardiner. 3:25 to go.
They're not back on defense.
And Delisle knocked it out of the basket as she came back. It's going to stay with Gardiner.
It's the first time I've seen Miriam Delisle question calls.
All right.
This is a big run right here.
Who's got it? Okay, it was McMaster.
Lincoln's got to pack it in.
10-10. Diversey, right there, score! Catherine Manser breaks the tie. It's 11-10.
Catherine's fifth goal of the game couldn't have come at a better time. 2:57 of the fourth. And again, it's because her stick is higher than the rest. They're able to find it, Gardiner is, and score the goal.
Diversey with the assist. Get a look at the play here.
Look how high that stick is to get it up over the goalie's head and downward plane.
2:57 on the clock.
Wow.
11-10 Gardiner.
We didn't think this would happen. We thought it could be a good game.
A surprise to me. There has been 1 2-goal lead in this game. It belongs to Gardiner. They scored the first two.
Now
That's it.
You know Delisle is going to have the ball in her hands.
What else would your strategy be?
When they get it.
Got to get it first. Going rear end over T-Kettle there was Anna Tweedy, but she bounced back up. Now here's Blaze. Got to get possession first before Delisle can get to it. And Lincoln Academy crowding the ball. Now they got to watch Catherine Manser with it. So Gardiner playing a great game. In front, Diversey scores!
Kate Diversey, we've said it all day long. She plays her game, and you're going to see in the replay, Katie Diversey hides along the baseline. Gardiner attacks. Watch Diversey come from her spot.
She's going to come from the middle.
Yep, she's going to hide in the middle. Here comes the pass inside. There's no one there. She gets it and flings it. Wow.
Knocked it home, and the Gardiner Tigers, their first 2-goal lead since it was 2-0. We've got a timeout called by Lincoln Academy. We will take 1-2, 2:25 to go left in regulation. It's Gardiner 12, Lincoln Academy 10. Back after this on The Score.
By the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Membership eligibility required.
My dad's a real hero. Not like a superhero or anything. More like a regular dad kind of hero. Because every weekend, even when the weather's bad and it's super snowy, he always gets us there safe.
They don't know how you do it. All they know is that you care.
See Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201, Skowhegan.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone and Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone and Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone and Stove in Oakland.
All righty, Mike Violet, John Coughlin, and the rest of our score crew back here from the final 2:25, 12-10 Gardiner over Lincoln Academy. You got to get the ball into the basket of number one.
You sure do, and then you got to play some defense because Gardiner right now has their way on offense. Lincoln Academy can't man up on the defense.
All right, so it is Delisle and Blaze on the draw.
Don't anticipate a win too quickly, Gardiner.
The careful placement.
Here's where you want to have constant whistle blowing and foul. Beat them up if you're ahead, if you're Gardiner.
Delisle wins it. Delisle runs it down. Miriam Delisle to the right. They need two to tie. The shot and a save there by Shepard.
Surprised she took that.
Shepard laid it back. Dangerous pass to Estes, who comes away with it. We are at 2 minutes.
Nice pass.
Estes up to Blaze. Blaze harassed by Coffin. Blaze runs it up. You don't need to score.
No, they're pony for sure here. Lincoln Academy's got to go out and pressure and hit sticks.
Blaze will just hang on. Got hit in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Little cross check there by Ava Lord.
That's a force.
And they forced it for sure. Loose picked up by Lincoln Academy. 1.5 minutes. They got to hurry. Coming out with it, Houghton. Houghton.
Good pass.
Up the sidelines. There's Coffin. Coffin with 1:20. Delisle in the middle of the field.
That's the first time I've seen
Knocked
Delisle
out. Great play by Giro.
not get the ball when she's open.
I know.
Goodness. Go to the horse.
Here's Coffin with 1:08 to go. Just give it to her.
This isn't going to happen. You got no scholarship coming.
Here's Coffin. Coffin with 1 minute. Coffin knocked out. Gardner comes away with it. And the Tigers clear. They get it up to Mansard. Catherine Mansard, who's played a great game. She might be the early clubhouse leader or the late clubhouse leader for our score player of the game.
Yeah.
Rolls free. Ari Marcos fighting for it on the sidelines with O'Brien. We're down to 35. And Gardner's going to win this game. And they deserve to win this game. Lob over the head of Blaze. Doesn't matter at this point. Easy roll over to Tweedy. Tweedy with 20. So that game that Lincoln Academy has with Marinica tomorrow takes on kind of a different meaning
Yes,
now.
it does. Yes, it does. They could regain first place, but this Gardiner win is a big one for the Tigers.
Mansard with 8. Mansard knocked out of the basket by Hannah Abello. And that's it. The Gardiner Tigers with a major upset as they knock off number 1 in Class C, Lincoln Academy. The final score in this one, the Gardiner Tigers 12 and Lincoln Academy 10. Our post-game show and our score player of the game all coming up after this on Sports Radio 1160 WSKW The Score.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com where printing's personal, not puzzling.
From the moment you check in at Kennebec Eye Care, you'll be greeted with a smile. From there, you'll be given a comprehensive and thorough eye exam from Dr. Peter Parody, Dr. Leslie Sobeck, or Dr. Kaylee Brown. Once your examination is completed, they'll go over what steps need to be taken to improve your eyesight needs with glasses or contacts. If you're a current patient or looking to become a new patient, then see the eye specialists at Kennebec Eye Care. Kennebec Eye Care, your sight specialists since 1955.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost, and for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
There's
Mike Violet, John Coughlin, back here live at Hoke Field in Gardiner. What a wing-dinger of a game we have had here this afternoon between the Gardiner Tigers and the Lincoln Academy Eagles. Let me mention that today's game is brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Hammond Lumber, you can find them online, your building project partner at hammondlumber.com. What a great game, an unexpectedly great game this has been.
Best one I've seen all year, and give the credit to Gardiner because they came to play, and they played both ends of the field, defense and offense, Mike, and this team is on the rise. This Gardiner Tiger team is a tough one.
Interestingly enough, two two-goal leads in the game by the Gardiner Tigers. The first 2 goals they scored to give them a 2-goal lead, and the last 2 goals they scored to break a 10-10 deadlock. Manser and DeVersey scored to break the tie and give them a pad goal down the stretch to win it by a score of 12-10.
We've seen Lincoln Academy, and Mike, again, it's a high school team, and they're bound to have off days, but this one certainly was an off day. But credit the Gardiner Tigers defensively because I think it thwarted any attack they had.
Miriam Delisle scored 6 goals in this game. I dare say it's the hardest 6 goals that she has earned out of those 200-plus that she's gotten in her career.
I think that's a very good point, Mike, and I think the other thing we saw is she got frustrated. The last 2 minutes, she didn't even touch the ball. It's almost like she didn't want it, and her teammates didn't want to give it to her. So I'm not sure what's up with that. But tomorrow night, they've got a big match, and they'll be ready to play. But I think they were thinking to tomorrow night.
So it was 8-8 at the end of 3. Delisle broke the tie, made it 9-8 Lincoln Academy. Then Giro made it 9-9, and Gardiner either led or tied the rest of the way. Manser made it 10-9. Delisle made it 10-10. Then Manser gave Gardiner the lead for good at 11-10, and DeVersey scored the pad goal to make it 12-10. So 6 goals in the game for Delisle, and normally when you have somebody who scores 6 goals, they're going to be your player of the game. But today's not a normal day because Kate Manser was great today for Gardiner. She had 5 goals, 5 of their 12 on the afternoon. She is our score player of the game. She gets the Flagship Cinemas swag bag. Flagship Cinemas, consistent pricing and a premium cinema experience on Kennedy Drive in Waterville. Gets a Score t-shirt from Joseph's Sporting Goods in Waterville and the Score Player of the Game keychain, and she earned it.
Well deserved today. She led the Gardiner Tigers to a win that's going to probably, Mike, put them up into 4th place. They're going to bypass 2 teams, and they're seriously entrenched in that tournament now.
Oh, no question about it. Just a superb performance here today by this Gardiner Tiger team. They just played some outstanding lacrosse here today. Now, tomorrow, weather permitting, as this storm of the century
nor'easter
this nor'easter comes in, we are going to be bringing you over the weekend live coverage of the Pine Tree Classic that is going on at Maine's Fenway out in Oakland. Now, tomorrow they're scheduled to have their skills competition, the home run derby, and a base running race. Again, that's weather permitting. We'll be out there at Maine's Fenway tomorrow at 5:30 for that. Then Monday, the weather's supposed to be much better for Monday. We'll be back at Maine Fenway for the championship games, 9U at 10 o'clock, the 10U at noon, the 11U at 2 o'clock, and the 12U at 4 o'clock. 4 games from the Pine Tree Classic from Maine's Fenway coming up on Monday. Looking forward to that. Not sure about tomorrow yet. They haven't made a call, but it doesn't sound good. But anyway, we'll let the weather play out and see how that goes.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
It will be, and so we'll talk to you either tomorrow or at some other point of the weekend, Monday for sure, at 10 a.m. So that's going to do it for the crew here. For Sean Packard and for Alan Brickett, I'm Mike Violet saying so long, and for John Coughlin as well. Can't forget, Johnny, you didn't get a chance, John, to tell your John Mellencamp band member jacket story. We'll save it for another time.
Save it for the next game. People will listen.
Boy, talk about a tease that we got to please him with that one. That's going to do it for us. Great game here this afternoon from Hopefield and Gardiner. Final score in this one, the Gardiner Tigers 12 and the Lincoln Academy Eagles 10.
You've been watching and listening to live coverage of high school sports on the place for local sports, The Score. It's been brought to you by Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Hammond Lumber Company, Mid-State Machine, 201 Service Skowhegan, Flagship Cinemas, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service in Vassalboro, Assistance Plus, Manchester Motors, Casella Waste, Computer Improvements, Height Chevrolet, Connected Credit Union, KVFCU, Skowhegan Savings Bank, Skowhegan Tire Center, KMD Driving School, Kennebec Eye Care, Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, and by SBS Carbon Copy. Remember, every game we stream live on The Score is always stored forever in the vault at centralmainsports.com and on The Score's YouTube channel.